invite one of our parents to, if he's still want to come up. This is Erin, and she has a son who has been affected, and she's trying to effectively get medication for her son. Erin, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Erin, and I actually have a daughter in college, and I think she probably, this is bizarre that 2 years ago, after yelling at her for smoking marijuana, I'm now advocating for marijuana for my 9-year-old son. So, my son was diagnosed at 9 months old with infantile spasms, which doesn't sound like anything serious, but it is a catastrophic epilepsy. The seizures are very often missed. In fact, he went about a month with them before we realized that we got to see a doctor because little head drops and don't look very serious, but they do terrible things to the brain. And so we tried different medications for a year, and we were not successful. There's only 2 frontline medications for it. Anything else is just kind of taking a stab in the dark, trying to hope one of them works. So after numerous medications did not work, we had him evaluated for surgery. He did end up being a surgical candidate. That was my picture of him after the surgery at 21 months old. He had half of his brain removed on the right side. And that did make a big difference. After having surgery, he learned to talk. He was already walking, but his balance got better. His he had poor depth perception that improved. And went on many years, did very well. Last summer, he started having seizures again. He had tonic-clonics, fall to the ground, the classic seizures that most of us think about. And again, trying different medications. He's been on 11 different medications. One of the medications we had to buy from the UK. It was not FDA approved. The other medication, these are the 2 frontline medications, the other medication was grandfathered in by the FDA. So it never had clinical trials of all the other medications you're using. And had severe side effects. He ended up in the hospital for a week. It was an injection that you give every day. And now they've drastically increased the price, even though it's a 50-year-old medication. A course of this medication costs about $150,000 for 6 weeks. So all the new medications are also extremely expensive. He just started a new medication, and that is about, he's on a very low dosage. It's about $1,200 a month. So it'll go up as we increase the dosage. And actually, I'm not even going to keep him on it because it affects, to me, I felt like he had like a 20-point IQ drop from the week we started it. So the medications all have terrible side effects. Medical marijuana, there's plenty of people in Colorado using it. If those of you who came in later, if you haven't seen the Sanjay Gupta video that they played here, highly recommend it. I mean, it's the reason we're getting that medical marijuana laws passed now, because people can see the difference. In pain, people can't see. Seizures or no seizures, people can see. And to see how kids who are not responsive to medications, 30% of them are intractable epilepsy. They do not respond to medications. And the science shows that after the 4th medication, you have less than a 1% chance of the next medication being effective. They're having 85% effectiveness with medical marijuana on these kids who have never been able to get any kind of control whatsoever. So anyway, we're pushing for this in Pennsylvania. And if any of you can just pick up the phone, call your legislators, let them know you support it, ask your parents, tell them to check out this video. They need to hear from all age groups. I don't think they take college students as seriously as they do the older people, but you're important and need to get the word out. And I just know this, when the legislators see a 50-year-old mom coming in, they start to listen a little bit. Because she doesn't look like the kind of Julie out there trying to get pot for no reason at all. So,
and that's important to note. In the state of Pennsylvania, we're not allowed to put medical marijuana out as a ballot referendum. Only monies or taxes are allowed to be put as referendum. So we're at the mercy of our legislators. Whether or not you believe in the voting process, well, I think that you should, especially if you're for cannabis, either medically or legalization, exercising your right to be heard. Whether or not you think that process works is extremely important. On the next side of that, since we're in a legislature only state, it's important to pick up the phone and call the legislator who voting district you would be in, regardless of whether you vote. I'm in your voting district. my position is this. I hear over and over again as I'm teaching the parents how to lobby their legislators, I hear we get more phone calls about PETA, animal issues. We've heard from 3 constituents in our district about medical cannabis. So it's really not a big issue for us because our constituents aren't talking about it versus the 100 I got last week about the pit bull. I mean, you see what I'm saying is if they don't hear from you, they don't know that it's important. So I want to just reiterate, call, write, email. They take that kind of stuff seriously. They really do.
They keep track of it. They keep track of how many people are applying for an issue or against an issue. They want to know what people want, and they know there's like 85% of people want this amendment, and they're starting to hear it. But they need to hear it more because they think, oh, it's just the people in the cities that want it because they don't really have medical issues. They need to hear it from the middle of the state. They need to hear it from old people. They need to hear it from everybody.
I found out about tonight through State Representative Chris Ross's office, because I had called them about the legislation, and they sent me a text today.
Good. I'm glad to hear because Chris Ross, I literally sent out an invitation to every representative that might have constituents in Chester County.
Well, they know I'm interested, so they
Good.
made sure I knew about you guys. I wouldn't have known.
And feel free, we're gonna go ahead and close up so that he can move on with his next event, but feel free to take any of the flyers or any of the information. Again, these are organizations that support medical cannabis, because there are other conditions that medical cannabis can help. So this is always great,
And I think
to
the
take
studies
with
that
you.
you have, because
Yes.
I'm a professional, I'm a licensed social worker, so I work with doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists all day
This
long.
one here
And when I
has
talk to them, the first thing they say is that.
front and back, epilepsy studies.
My best friend.
That is about the legislation.
Information about studies.
Oh, yeah,
There's
absolutely.
a
Email me.
Facebook
and I can
group,
send you
Pennsylvania
the,
for
good.
marijuana. And if you join that, they come through the legislative process and studies and all that.
Thanks everyone, everybody that's still interested in the 10 rules for dealing with police, screening, we'll do that in like 10 minutes, give everyone a chance, so it's just an extra second. Let's still
That is one of the most.
Well, what if you already got arrested and have like 5
Yeah, that's like 47.
So that's what they want to do.
Stuff like that. What about cases that are somewhat responsible? They're getting somewhat control and they love stuff like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, they are getting PTSD, I know another option.
Oh, yeah.
And after sitting down, we all have a long time.
Thank you. Well, I feel like I wasn't, so I'm looking at the item after doing more of the lawyers, work on it a little bit, but thank you.
We had to go grab this.
Yeah, I heard that. But I meant to turn the sound off.
Yeah, it was unclear how to do that. So what?
Yeah, that's
They might reform.
Put them down, don't break it.
I have People are definitely been trying.
I saw it. Well, yeah, because I couldn't, I always need to share, and then I always like it and then move it and share it. So, yeah, so, yeah, I saw it, I saw that for the,
Yeah.
the professionals,
No, I mean, maybe, no one's really looked at it. You know, it's all.
Right, so it's like when I sit down and have a conversation, it's so interesting to hear those
Not
things.
being.
Yeah, and then especially just express.
Any extras you need?
I want to do it.
It doesn't mean that that's useless, but.
This one, the flyer,
It's
yeah.
probably going to stimulate your appetite very well.
Yeah.
So you'd be a different thing that you might be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's might be interesting to see
What?
what would happen if that
Oh,
was.
okay.
Yeah, so,
Oh, okay.
it's not completely useless, but being really curious.
Oh, no, I had my last week had my PowerPoint, my clicker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Everything is,
Oh, really?
I'd have to talk to the.
you weren't interested in
Were you, when you got in trouble in the first place?
Yeah. Seriously, you guys, I think it is. This is perfect. Yeah.
Forever about medical aspects and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I can also send you guys, he's like, oh, I don't know about this. He's got kind of emergency calls and he's sent them about your podcast. But yeah, I can totally. On the job, I don't know people my hands and most of these.
Okay.
So I got the microphone.
You gave her?
You ever seen, this one silly thing, Mike Whiter?
Yeah.
I've done a lot of
Yeah, I definitely met him. We've crossed paths at many meetings before, so yeah. I live in Philly, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were heavily involved with the smoke towns. Have you heard of those?
Panic hour, yeah.
Yeah, do you want one of these, or do you need one of these? You gotta try it, I'll be
I have one.
You did, okay.
This was terrific. Really? Absolutely first grade. I thought it was very good. I was impressed by your, I'm sorry I kept chiming in, it's
No,
my
that's okay.
favorite subject. I was really impressed how well in detail, you went into the US history. 'Cause, you know, it's just, it's so much, and it's like, because I thought the popular mechanics article, I was like, oh, I wonder if she's gonna talk about that, oh, she is, because it's like, you know, and I would use more colorful language like DuPont and tobacco barons, you know?
Yeah, well, I tried, considering my audience was, I wanted to try and remain as neutral as possible coming into conservative Pennsylvania. I felt like,
Yeah, well, I had a book signed for Ethan Russo, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
He,
Sorry we came in
he
late,
signed
we
it
thought
in
it
a
started
Beverly
later.
Biochemistry.
It was interesting though.
thank you.
Just need another. Yeah, that was nice.
Thank you. I just wanted to say hi. My name is Kira.
Hi Kira, nice to meet you.
Great lecture.
Thank you.
You guys come back.
I'd love to come back. I guess you guys are doing something at the Mid-Atlantic thing, or not the Mid-Atlantic, the regional.
Yeah,
You guys are doing the
that's
regional.
gonna be late
I would
March.
see, how I got into SSTP, I went to lobby last year in DC with them, and my friend Robert, who took the seniors up, so I kind of got involved that way. So yeah, we're gonna do one at 10, we're hoping to do one at 10.
It's been a couple years. How are you?
Good, good. I remember seeing your name on the Facebook. Oh, yeah, I guess it's like constantly or.
Yeah, I think that was probably the last time I saw you, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I've
yeah.
never been to your stand-up, but weren't.
Bobby? Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, I got 2 slots at Daily Comedy Club and then another one at another Laugh House. Yeah.
Do you know Dalen Reese, right? You know,
Yeah.
Dalen used to be a comedian.
Oh, really?
You didn't, yeah, that was his job before he became a politician. Right next to him,
That's
comedian.
good. Well, I use some of my jokes in this, so.
I think the
Not
only
one of my
difference is when
favorite
you're a politician,
jokes.
the jokes are all.
So one of the sites actually used roach clips and I have a joke about like, why is a roach called roach, but because a potholder was painted. Hey, no, been around for a while.
Well, send me a friend request on it, I'm sure you saw me.
Everything's going well for you?
Yeah, well, Adam and I are living in Westchester now, and I'm in grad school here. So after I graduated from Temple, like, came out here, and that's why we've been around, building on and all that.
What
Are
are
you
you
still,
doing?
are you still in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I'm in West Philly now.
Oh, okay,
so,
cool.
What are you studying?
I'm in the counseling higher ed student affairs program. It's great, this is just my second semester, so.
Excellent. Please, good luck, and are you going to be spending a master's
Now,
or
is this yours?
PhD?
Is this still recording?
Master's here.
Maybe, sure.
Why turn it off?
Yeah, it's probably dead, it's probably dead by now, actually.
I'll be well
Was
busy.
this your song? Oh, you just
Please,
carried.
yeah, when you're getting ready for the defense, I'd love to see.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
yes,
It was
that
really
was
good
for
to
the
see you.
camera.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.